It can't keep going, right? I mean, this guy is one of the best hitters in the game, but it happens. It happens to the best of us. I've been there before where you just can't get things going. So I took a little deeper dive in to see what he's doing and see what's going on with Juan Soto and the guy that we haven't seen for so long. So I think the biggest thing right now with Juan Soto, man, it just seems like he's out in front of everything. The biggest thing about Juan Soto is he's so good at going the other way. He has 50% of his balls put in play are ground balls to the pull side. Even when he's getting his hits, I mean, he's hitting the ball hard, but even when he's getting his hits, this isn't vintage Juan Soto right here, just pulling the ball on the ground on the pull side. I think that's what I see is, man, that's not like him. 2019. This is what makes Juan Soto when you talk about $400 million. This guy drives the ball the other way his whole career, better than anybody, sometimes better than power hitting righties. Watch how deep he catches that ball right there. 2020 and just drives it. But this is the big thing we're missing right here from Juan Soto for a while now. The opposite field power. We haven't really seen that yet this season and even in the last, but look what he's doing. As a hitter, this guy is a guy that he knows exactly what he needs to do. Get back going the other way. He's working early. He's trying to get hits. He knows exactly what he needs to do, and that's drive the ball to left center to be Juan Soto. But look at the spray chart here. This kind of says everything. 2021. These are home runs, folks. These are home runs right here that he's driving out of the ballpark. Look at all these hits to the left side right here. That's why Juan Soto is Juan Soto. He only has one hit in 2023 to the opposite field. That is not vintage Juan Soto. Now, let me break this down a little bit because as a hitter, I've been here before. And I think the biggest thing is when you start to struggle in the box, right? Tension is poison as a hitter. It just is. You want to be relaxed. You want to be able to see the ball and let it travel. Tension is poison. I see a very tense swing right now, like Adnan said too, with not being aggressive. It's more of a passive approach. So what's the solution when tension comes in? I'll tell you what. For me, it was to breathe. It was to really slow down, take that deep breath, and see the ball deep. Every great hitter that's in the big leagues would say, when I'm going my best, I'm seeing the ball late and I'm seeing it deep. Take a deep breath, slow the game down, get in your thing. Fear of failure starts to creep in too. We're human beings. You start hearing the naysayers. You start hearing the fans a little bit. You start feeling like, man, I really got to get things going. And that fear of failure starts to creep in. The solution for the fear of failure, you have to use failure as feedback, right? You have to continue to stay aggressive. You have to continue to make adjustments like Juan Soto's doing early. He's trying to make the adjustment on the early work to drive the ball to left center. So you have to continue to attack. Be aggressive. Don't let failure be feedback. Don't let failure paralyze you. It's the worst thing that can happen. It makes you passive. It'll hold you in a slump even longer. And then the last part about the problem here is results over process. When you start struggling and you're hitting 180, you only have a few home runs and you're pulling everything, you want instant results. And that's absolute kryptonite to a hitter, especially in the big leagues. What's the solution to that? You got to get back to the process. You got to focus on the process. You're always one pitch away. You're that deep breath away, one pitch, seeing it deep, and letting the ball travel from him getting it going again. Juan Soto's too good of a hitter. He's going to get it going. Let me show you a visual here of what it kind of looks like as a hitter when you start, getting that tension in there and you become anxious and you become more passive, and the anxiety, what happens is you start living out here. And I know we always say, man, to be a great hitter, you got to catch the ball out front. Yeah, out front almost means off the front leg, just to maybe a ball out off the front leg. That right there, guys, is a home run. Now, when you start struggling and pulling balls out front and you lose the opposite field, you start really living out here. When I see Juan Soto right now, he's living really out front. So what I would say was, get that breath, slow yourself down, start seeing the ball deep. Listen, Harvey Dorfman, one of the best mental performance coaches ever, who used to tell me all the time, he says, a hitter can control where he sees the ball and how well he sees it. And when you're struggling like Juan Soto is on the pull side, and what he's working on is really trying to see the ball and see it deep. So you can see right here, if you could start letting the ball get a little deeper, and now it gets into your body of power, right? This is all my body of power. So this out here is going to be, you're going to be in trouble if you're living out there too long. But if you can let your vision slow down, let the ball travel, catch it deep here or catch it deep here, all of a sudden, when you start to find the opposite field, what's amazing is you open up the pull side, right? And I think Juan Soto right now, he's working on it every day. I think he's going to get it going, work in that opposite field direction. And when he does, it's going to open up in a big way. And Adnan, I think this guy's too good, man, too good. And the work that he's putting in is going to get him back to that top level of baseball.